In this video, I'm going to show you how you can build your own version of the app Wispr Flow. So I'm going to build it live in Claude Code. So if you don't know what Wispr Flow is, it's an app that lets you, instead of write on your computer, you can just dictate and talk, and it will transcribe everything, and it will turn it into text. And I think the last valuation Wispr has is $2 billion. It's quite a big company. It's a very, very good app. A lot of people are using it. But I'm not so keen about paying for it, so I'm just going to build a version myself. If you don't know who I am, I build AI solutions for companies. I work with over 100 companies, and I work in Claude Code basically every day. So let's get into the build. So the first thing we need to do is we need to start creating a folder on your desktop or whatever wherever you want to put it. So I'm just gonna write a Wispr Flow clone so that we have a folder to work in. And then I'm just gonna start up Claude Code, the desktop app. Now we have the correct folder, and then in the beginning I always go into plan mode. So let's just plan this together. All right, so my first prompt is I want to build a clone of the app Wispr Flow that runs locally on my computer. I don't need all the fancy features, but I only want to be able to dictate and transcribe instead of writing on my computer. It has to be easy for me to access every time I want to use the app, and should work the same if I'm inside a local app on my computer or, for example, in Google Chrome. Do research on Wispr Flow and get back to me with a plan of how we can build this thing locally. The purpose is to save time, since talking is way quicker than writing. For your information, I already have Wispr installed locally on my computer, so use that model. So I already have a transcribing model, Wispr, installed locally on my computer, since I've been working with that in other projects. So if you want to build this thing and don't have that installed, just tell Claude that you don't have a transcribing model installed, and it will give you the steps to download it and install it on your computer. But let's run this prompt and see what Claude gets back with. All right, so now Claude has done its research. It's asked me a few questions. The thing is with Wispr Flow, like the real app, that's valuated at 2 billion. Of course, it's going to be more than just transcribing. They have a lot of other code in place to clean up your transcripts and add punctuation and all of that. I don't need that, I feel, and we'll see if I want to add that in the future, but I just told it to do raw Wispr only, so just transcription. And then it asked me which language that I want to use, because Swedish is actually my first language. But I'm going to do this only in English, since I am trying to get better at English and being fluent and getting used to talking in English. So I just put English only. And then how should dictation be triggered? I just said a toggle on and off, so I'm going to press a button, talk, and then press a button again, and then it will transcribe. And then it continued to just find the Wispr, and now it has a plan. So you can open it here, and we'll just skim through it. We want to stop typing, start talking. Then it says the the differences with Wispr Flow and what this actually is going to be. That's okay. What we have on this machine, the CPU, GPU, everything is good. I think my computer will be able to do this. So we're not building, rewriting, not in the cloud, not multi-language, not anything like that. So we're gonna have a little bit of a latency, and that's okay. The architecture looks all right. So yeah, let's go ahead with this plan. So what I do is, of course, I need to accept, and then I always do bypass permissions. If you're not used to working in Claude Code, maybe in the first project you don't use bypass permissions, because then Claude gonna ask you if it's okay to do this, if it's okay to check this file, etc. I just go with bypass permissions because it saves me a lot of time. So let's see what Claude will cook up for us. All right, so my mic died, so I'm gonna do it with the computer audio. But now, approximately an hour later, it has tested everything, built everything out. It asked me how to activate the dictating tool, and I picked. It suggested to just press F9, and the problem now is that if I press F9, nothing happens. So we need to iterate and fix that. So easy prompt, just when I press F9 doesn't work, please look this up and check why, make it work. Let's see what the problem is. All right, so apparently on my Asus computer, F9 doesn't work. I'm not that technical with computers, I didn't know that, but Claude Code changed the command to Control Shift Space. So let's see if this works. Hello, hello. It works. So this took me about an hour in Claude Code. Of course, now this tool, or whatever you want to call it, is running locally on my computer and doesn't have access to any sensitive information or anything like that. I have control over it since it's on my machine and it's not on the web. And it also runs a local AI model, the Wispr model that transcribes. So it's not a safety issue. But when you're building stuff, like if you're building for yourself or for a client, if it's like a more high stake thing that you're building, you need to go through security and all of that. But I don't feel the need to do that right now. So I'm going to end this video with actually asking Claude for a complete prompt to be able to build this in one shot. And I'm going to share it with you. So if you want that prompt, just comment prompt down below and I will send you the full prompt. So let's see if we can transcribe this. Perfect, everything is working. So the last thing I want you to do is actually give me a prompt in heavy detail that allows me to share, for example, with a friend or something like that, and they will be able to one-shot this app or tool in their own Claude Code. So give me that prompt. So let's just see how the transcription works. Perfect, everything working. Last thing I want you to do is actually give me a prompt in heavy detail that allows me to share, for example, with a friend or something like that, and they will be able to one-shot this app or tool in their own Claude. Yeah, the only thing here is that Claude is not a word. You can just fix that, so give me that prompt. And as you may see, English is not my first language, so why the grammar is off is because of me, not the tool and the transcription. So let's see what we get back. All right, so we got a prompt and it actually found a few mistakes that it did when I tried to build this, and it will try to prevent that from happening if you want to use this prompt. So we got it here. Here is some explanation, and then you can just copy, and here we have the prompt. So again, if you want this prompt, just comment prompt down below and I will send it to you for free. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.